Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tony and this is Cyberpunk 2077 on the PC. This is a spoiler-free kind of look at, impressions, not review because I'm only about 10 hours in. I'm going to talk about the PlayStation 4 and talk about the PC version. They are very, very different. Spoiler-free, I'm going to put some combat in there. I've put something on the right-hand side, the current trap mission, which, to be fair, means nothing to even me. I can't even remember what reward I'm collecting, so nothing to be spoiled there. And I just want to talk about this game. I think a lot of people who are talking about it are just concentrating on the bugs. I want to talk a little bit past the bugs and about the gameplay. Obviously, the bugs have to be talked about. This is 1.04, and yeah, so let's go straight into it. Right, this is the hub area / apartment. So this is kind of your apartment. This is where you can sleep, restock your items, look in the mirror. One thing this game is a little bit annoying about, they don't do anything on mirrors. You've got to activate the mirror, which is a little bit cheap for me. A little bit cheap, that's all I'm going to say on that side of things. The HUD, you can control what you have on and off in there. You can have lots on there, you can have nothing on there. Looking at the menu, just before we go into it, I'm going to show you what settings I've got. So I have a decent but not a amazing PC. I'm running a 2070 Super. I think I've got an i7 as I remember. I'm running everything on between high and ultra, and I get 60 frames per second at all times. And I don't even have a great computer. So a lot of people are complaining like they can't even get it to run. I've got ray tracing on. Which is what everyone just blabs on about these days. I have ray tracing on. I have all the graphics on. I have film grain off and this off, which seem to make it run a little bit better with a higher field of view. Everything else though is on high and ultra. Ray tracing is fully on and it's ultra. And I'm way behind a lot of people on graphics cards. So just to show you how it runs, that's what we're going to be running it in. And yeah, so let's go and have a little wander and walk. Now, we're going to start off by saying, on the PlayStation 4, this game is not worth getting. The PlayStation 4 version of this is absolutely awful. Running from things like, say on the PlayStation 4, this. Yes, I am naked on the bottom. I don't know why, because I haven't selected to be naked. The textures on the PlayStation 4 are some of the worst I've ever seen in gaming. This, you won't even be able to read that it says explosion in lab. That will be completely and utterly blurry, unable to see, and you won't be able to look at it. Everything else, there'll be texture drop-ins, there'll be pop-ins, there'll be no one about either. This is the PC. You can control how many people are walking around. PlayStation, nobody. There's nobody about. There's nobody to interact with. It is awful. PlayStation-wise, you're driving around the game and there's nobody there to see. The city just feels absolutely dead. It is dull. It is boring. It looks awful. Characters' faces won't drop in. You can see on the PC on that girl there, tattoos. Look, this guy will just have... Sorry, dude. He was like, don't look at me. As a fighting arena. So, yeah, you can interact. This is your little hub world thing. There's a dead person over there. You've got the police around. You can actually do jobs for the police as well, which is kind of interesting. I've not had a look at them yet. You've got places where you can sell and buy weapons.
Hey, haven't seen you in a good 1, 2,
no, I'm still here, dude. So, yeah, you can buy weapons and stuff like that. We'll see. This is how you interact with people. So when you're talking, you can listen to what they're saying or press C to skip ahead. And then you can just scroll up and down and select what you want. So if you want to look in this shop, you can have a look. There's the money I've got. That's how much money he's got. I have all these guns. When you're walking around, you will pick guns up. And you can pick up as many as your backpack can handle. And they're all different. So let's see, that's a machine gun there. Could be slightly different from that. And as you can see, that one's 98. That one's 103 DPS. It's got more power, more energy. It could have extra scopes on it, extra muzzles. And again, assault rifle up there and up there. So that one is 101. That one is 101.4. That was 101.6. So you can go in there and just click on it. Click on it. It sells. submachine gun up there. It's 79.5 DPS. And if we move down, you can see how many guns I've got. So there's different kinds of pistols. You can put utility mounts on them. So I've got like a scope in there and some armor. You can look at your clothes. So trousers, pants, hats, combat armor, meds, junk as well. You do have junk, so if I want to just sell all the junk, click on that. Sell 4 junk items for that much money. Confirm. Gone. I can sell all my junk items. You've got grenades. And that's kind of it. You can have a look at your full backpack. That's my full backpack. You can also buy stuff. So if I click into here, I can buy weapons off him. So you can see here he's got plenty of weapons, sniper rifles, that sort of thing. You can get blades. I don't have a blade yet. It's not something I have bought. You can buy meds. You can buy that. You can buy back what you've sold. So we're just going to sell some guns. So you're 98. You're 103. So I think you're going to go. Even though I've got you equipped. If I've got equipped, just like so. That one is 98, 98. That one is 103. So you're going, dude. And then just work your way through. So 95, 95. They're both pretty rubbish. So we'll get rid of them. There's some shotguns. So that's how the selling and buying works in the game. You can see there your weight up there. How does the infantry work in the game? So infantry wise, I've turned off the naughty bits. So you can see here I do have trousers equipped, but for some reason he's just not wearing them. All you do is click on, and then you can click what else you've got. So I've got this armor on here with 35% armor. I can click on that jacket for 28, and you'll change into that jacket just like that. You can have hats, eyewear, shoes, what your quick access is, your guns. So you can click on there, give yourself a gun, then you can put your attachments on, and then that'll go into there. And you can see there that gun will go at my slot 1 on my infantry. And you can do this on the fly, so when you're walking around in battle, you can click in and change your weapons. I just can't help looking at that. I turned the penis off, by the way. There is crafting inside here as well. I've not played around with this too much yet, because it's just not, I'm not up to that stage in the game. But you've got upgrades you can craft, and you can do that. Moving on to character. So you have a skill tree. So you have these perks here. We have a new perk down here. What is this? We just don't know. You can upgrade it by acquiring, and you have attribute points here, so you can up these. So I'm level 8 at the moment. You also have perk points, so if you click into something, you can see the skill tree. So here's all the skill tree for assault, handguns, and blades, and that's the same for all of them. So I go to cool. You can see here, these ones in this color ones I have. These ones I can unlock if I want to, so you can see, hover over them, and it tells you what that's going to do. Cold blood. So there's a lot of skills and stuff to unlock in the game as you go through. I haven't been unlocking too many of them. I just click on, and I'm the same in all these sort of games. I just go in and just click anything. So we've got a gun out. Probably not the best place. There's police around. Hold Alt. Walk away, and then you can just get rid of your gun like that. This is a weapon wheel, so you can hold Alt and you can put, you know, your fists on, choose your weapons, that sort of thing. We're just going to put our gun away, and we're going to go down in the lift down to ground level. They said there was possibly a car waiting for me somewhere, so I wouldn't mind finding out where that is. But we're just going to walk around and have some fun. Yeah, so mouse wheel, quick select. So if you accidentally press mouse wheel when you've got guns in your hand, it will just get them back out again. So you've got to be a little bit careful of that. But you can see on PC wise, textures look good. The game world looks good. The ray tracing really pops the world out. And I like that. Compared to the PlayStation 4, I played this for about an hour and a half, 2 hours on the PlayStation 4. You know what? I sold it. I sold it instantly. I was like, I'm not putting any more time in this game. It looks absolutely terrible. So I just turned it off. Sold it, bought it for the PC, and it was one of the best things I did. It is 100 times better on the PC. So we're just going to go out into the game world. This is your kind of game world area. As you can see, lots to look around. On the PlayStation 4, there's about 10 people walking around here. There's hardly any cars. On PC, hundreds. And I'm still getting 60 frames per second. It's not dropping at all. There's even little kids walking around. You can get your cars. I do have a car to collect, but we're going to go for a walk on this one. The driving while we're talking about driving is alright. You get these messages pop up. This is all why we're doing live. V, my favourite make. I got a Gnona from selling. Haven't been driven much. Guy owned it for the past 10 years. Paranoid as shit of going outside. They would zero him. Cost out and love for all the time. Be cost. So we could go and get that. So all I want to do, if I want to get that car, click track job, and there we go. We can buy that vehicle for 13 grand. We don't have 13 grand. Nowhere even near that. So yeah, there's no chance of getting that. Yeah, we'll just walk around. You get these little tutorial pop-ups and it just tells you what you need to do. We can't afford that. Nowhere near affording that. As you can see though, when we talk about bugs, that person walking up the stairs, as you see, it happens quite a lot. They don't walk up very well. I can press tab and I can look at people and it can give me a report if they've got an arrest warrant on them. It's not as in-depth as Watch Dogs Legion. Was it Legion? Yeah, it doesn't like kind of give them individual names, and I don't know if the I was just going to walk into me. We're just going to follow me around, or do they interact differently? I don't think they do. But, yeah, and there's the police cars. Kind of like the taxis. The taxis look like that as well when you get a taxi ride, and you can just sort of taxi everywhere. I mean, that kind of just tells you some of the little bugs you can see, and they kind of break the immersion a little bit as you're going through. Because you're like, there's a floating person. These on the PlayStation 4 looked awful. Bin bags were just terrible. You look like a criminal. I just went. What's that profiled? I profiled him. So do cars stop for you on zebra crossings? No. Run across the road. Kid, you should be home. Do you have a criminal record?
What do you want?
Oh, that person was a bit grumpy with me. There is vendor machines across the place. You can hack these and you can make them distract enemies. So say there was someone here you wanted to get, you can hack by pressing tab. And then you can make them do different stuff. Like you can make them blow up. You can distract by putting display on them. Or kind of, whatever needs doing. The game world is full of stuff you can interact with and find as well. So there is these blue terminals. Like these. And you can move around the game world like that. Or you can, when you've got a car, you press V and it turns up. You can steal cars. So I can just walk up to any of these cars and steal it, but then I'll get a crime stat. And I'm playing good so far. I'm trying not to play too naughty. Clipping is a bit of an issue. As you can see, it does clip occasionally through people. There is delivery missions to do. So you can actually become a delivery driver and earn some extra cheddar. Which everyone likes a bit of extra cheddar, don't they? And we'll just walk along here. This is kind of one of the first spots you get to in the game. Like, you'll see a lot of videos coming down this street here. And along past this diner. Because it's kind of just one of the main areas you kind of get into when you first join the game. But yeah, you can see the game world's very, very, very nice. As I said, you don't have a reflection for some reason. And if I look in there, people just appear and disappear. The reflection system's a little bit weird. I guess it's to keep down on resources. But yeah, it looks a bit rubbish. And just having a little bit of an argument. Game world map. I haven't showed you the game world map yet, so let's have a look. This is the map. So if you want to go somewhere, you can just right click on it and it'll replace a marker. This is kind of the area I've already looked into. So you can see it's controlled, so you can actually take out them gangs, and you can work for the police to take them out. If I zoom further in, you can see all the markers. So there's a drop point, there's reported crime, so you can go and have a look at that. You can get some food. There's jobs. There's loads of side jobs to do as well. Loads of side jobs. Do I go into that without spoiling anything? We'll look at, yeah. Assault and progress. So you can help out all these sort of people as you go through. The fixers, that's who gives you the jobs. So you can work for different fixers as you go around. There's undiscovered locations. And you can see there's plenty going on in this game. Weapon shops. Junk shops. So that's probably better money where you can sell your junk. Netrunner. You can buy quick hacks over there. You can buy new clothing, which I could do because I'm walking around with no pants on. And there is children about. Could be a little bit worrying. I could end up in prison very, very soon. Now, if you don't want to look now at the journal, I'm just going to show you how many missions and side quests there is. Then just step away, just close your eyes for 2 seconds. So you have your main jobs up here. So you can see this is the ones I've tracked. Click on it. It will then make it active. So you can see the little question mark there. They're all the side jobs I need to do. There are loads. Absolutely loads. They're the ones I've completed. And they're the rides I've got. You can see there's plenty going on inside there. Right, I'm out. I'm out. You can look again. You can look again. So, have I encountered many bugs on the PC version? Graphically, yes. Plenty of bugs, from floating objects to people clipping through you. People do that quite a lot, especially when you're with story characters. They'll just kind of ignore you and clip through you. Interestingly, will she get anything out of that machine, or will she just press it constantly? Yeah. Doesn't get anything. Oh, there's people everywhere. So yeah, interestingly, that is a lot of bugs. Like, characters will clip into elevators, and it'll sometimes go like, speak to Jeff, and you're like, okay, I'll speak to Jeff, and Jeff, you like go up to them and click them and press F, and nothing happens, and you're like, well, it's like speak to Jeff, and then it'll just do it automatically. I find that quite annoying, because I'm like, well, if it says speak to Jeff, surely you should just say speak to Jeff. But yeah. Mission bugs, I've not had any problems with kind of them failing or breaking on me or not working fully. They've always worked. It's just sometimes they can be a bit annoying. There is things to pick up around the world. I'm so used to playing Star Citizen, I almost said verse there, but no, the world. So you can pick things up and then sell them as junk. There's loads to pick up. Oh, they're going to spot me. Run away, run away, run away, run away. They're bad guys. So if I kind of get my thing on, it'll probably tell me what's... So I can hack them, you see, if I wanted to. And make them do stuff. But I'm going to run away because I don't think they're very friendly. So I'm just going to run over here. Yeah, they're kind of following me now. Ah, run away, run away, run away, run away. I don't have any guns. See, our car just came in. Nah. It's a little bit immersion breaking sometimes. People just vanish. Cars will just vanish. They're kind of not like Grand Theft Auto where you could... Oh my god, they're still coming after me. Run away! This guy's going to have to be killed, isn't it? Ugh. Man. He's still following me. Yeah, I need to get off a back street somewhere so I can commit homicide without worrying, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't want to hijack a vehicle. I want to get down the side streets somewhere so I can kind of... Right, I'll just keep out. This looks like a place where I can kill someone. So if they follow me down here, I am going to punch them to death. Ooh. Yeah, okay. You, pet, are dying. There we go. Ooh, got a knife as well. You can pick up bodies if you want to and like carry them around or hide them out of sight or whatever. So if I just press R, pick up the body. And if I want to just dump her behind here. Oh, I need an actual... Oh no, I'm going to have to carry a dead body around. No. Ooh. Tactical lights. Sweet. And a top as well. Cool. Missy, can you... Yeah, there we go. There is playing cards to find around the area as well. I guess they're kind of collectible around. We did get some new stuff there, so let's have a look, see what we got. I didn't want that, I wanted infantry. I think we got a new jacket. Yeah, look there, we got a new 81 armor. Sweet. I'm going to look quite good. Oh, I'm not up to level requirements yet. Okay, let's put some armor on. Let's continue walking. We'll put our fists away. I don't want to get in trouble. Right, moving on to combat. Combat in this game, I'm going to include some footage now, is very, very, very good. The guns feel good. I love the way you can swap on the fly. Like, there's no worrying about like running out of ammo because you can just swap weapons and you have all your weapons in your backpack, so you can just pull them out at any time and just swap weapons. If you're coming against an enemy that's a bit tougher, you might want to get your shotgun out or LMG, and all this in the background. Now, I'm not spoiling anything with this combat, just showing you how combat footage works. You can hit X to take like a med hypo, or you can throw grenades with the middle mouse button, and you can select where they are and what they're doing and that sort of thing. So yeah, I like the combat on this. You don't die too regularly. What I'd recommend though is you kind of press save as you do, because if you die, it'll go back to the last save point, and that's not always necessarily somewhere close by. So it's just quick save. It takes 2 seconds to quick save. But combat is very intense. It feels close up. I'll include some footage of bugs that I come across in there as well. Just while it was kind of like an hour and a half of gameplay, and I noticed maybe 4 or 5 bugs. Wasn't a massive amount, to be fair, but there was noticeable. And like the guy in the elevator, which I'll put up now, that was a little bit annoying. I didn't know if he was dead or alive. I've come across characters that are supposed to be dead, and they're just lying on the floor, and then you realize they're still alive, so you kind of shoot them again, and they've just not spawned properly. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on bug-wise. So yeah, past Tony, missed some stuff out there, and I watched the video back and I was like, actually I didn't cover some things I wanted to talk about. So first up is AI of the characters in battle, that sort of thing. The AI is alright, it's not particularly great. You're not going to get outflanked, outmaneuvered. They'll sometimes just totally forget you're there. There's no smartness in how they play. They can just sit and shoot them in the head. They won't move out their cover. There is a very simple cover system, by the way. You press C to crouch, and then you can aim and it'll pop up. But you can't like move around very easy. You can't lean around corners. The combat's not that involved. But yeah, the AI on this, on your colleagues, like kind of, if you've got an AI player beside you, can be terrible. They'll just walk up, get stuck in elevators, not be able to move. Won't really help out. I would say I probably killed everyone. You know what I mean? It's that sort of AI. And the AI of the enemy. Well, it's not particularly good. And the difficulty is done by bullet sponges. So if it wants to up the difficulty or give you kind of a boss, it's more of a bullet sponge than actually something useful. So it can be a little bit like, oh god, not again. Kind of way to look at it. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame when it comes to AI and stuff like that. Mission wise, I know I talked a little bit about how many missions you've got. The variety isn't the best. It is usually just go there, do this and do that, you know, kind of like these open world games. But what I do really like is if you sat in the back of a car or passenger, or it doesn't make you do the full mission sometimes. Like you can skip and it'll just take you to like the next part in the mission. So it skips the boring bits, which I quite like, because sometimes, you know, I lose attention very quickly. And if I'm listening to someone ramble on, it was the problem with Red Dead Redemption. That's what I was looking for. I mixed 2 games up there. It was like, yeah, do a mission, right? Okay, so you're gonna ride here for 10 minutes talking about rubbish. I don't care. Then we're gonna get the mission marker, ride 10 more minutes to the next part to talk about rubbish again. Then we're going to have 15-20 minutes of cutscenes and talk about rubbish again. Then I'm going to shoot 5 people, mission over. Oh, half an hour ride back talking about people. And just, it got tired quick. This hasn't done that so far. I found the conversations and stuff are very to the point. And you can skip, you can move around, you can look around. And they'll even then just like go, oh, so we're driving here. And then it'll just go black and then you're there. And I like that. I think that's great. So, yeah, the missions I'm impressed so far, but there's nothing new there. Like, I've not been, oh my god, that's amazing. There is kind of hacking gameplay where you can like hack cameras and make them do stuff. There's also a detective mode where you can go into detective mode and have a look around a room. You can look at different security cameras. You can rewind, pause. You can look for visual cues. There's like a heat one for looking for cold or hot markers, a noise one, so if there's a noise in the detective mode you can kind of look at the noise and listen to it. You can go to normal view, you can see what the character's looking at, and if you've got to find something, say a security camera, you've got to wait until that character's looking by rewinding and fast forwarding the footage, and then if they look at it you can quickly then hack it or learn about it or move to that location. So yeah, that is a nice little feature. It's only been used twice in the 10 hours so far, but from what I have used it, that does seem quite fun. Now, I think that's kind of all I want to talk about now. So, back to past Tony to finish this video off. I don't think there's much else I want to kind of speak about. That was kind of it. I just wanted to show you a little bit of combat, how that works, and kind of just show you more about the game. and not just talk about that one thing which everyone's going on about, bugs. Is Cyberpunk 2077 worth getting? If you have a standard PlayStation or Xbox, no, not a chance. It looks like shit. And it's really immersive. Like, it breaks your immersion too much because it just looks terrible. The graphics are terrible. The pop-ins awful. The textures are bad. People don't spawn in or react to you properly. It just isn't a good game. It's not even close to optimized on them. PC-wise, bearing in mind, after the PlayStation 4, I took it out and sold it on eBay within 2 hours of buying it or getting it in my hands. The PC, I've now put 10 hours in 1.5 days. I think it's a brilliant game. I think this is really 8, 9 out of 10. Easy. Once they fix the bugs in this game and get things smoothed off, this could be a 10 out of 10. Easily could be a 10 out of 10. I think this is going to just be... I know it's not included in this year's Game of the Year awards. Next year, I think this will just be the Game of the Year. Give it 3 or 4 months if you're not interested in bugs, and you're going to have one hell of an experience on PC. If you're looking at PlayStation 5 or the new Xbox, I'm hoping to get it optimized and working properly. But this is where it's at, PC. PC is where this game at. It looks amazing, works really well, and a lot of the bugs just aren't there that are in the PlayStation version. So, yeah, would I recommend this game? Damn right I would. I think but if you're going console, not a chance. But I hope you enjoyed this little video. I just want to give my impressions on what I think of this game, where it's went wrong, things I like, what I don't like, and kind of just have a bit of a chat while I walked around the city. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.